Hello and welcome, Taurus, to your August 2025 reading with me, Paula B. Energy. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to start with a quick prayer, calling in our spirit guides, angels, and ascended masters to make sure that the messages are clear and concise and for the highest good of all who watch these videos, calling in lots of blessings. So mote it be. All right, we're going to start your reading with your Divine Door Oracle card, the Art of Life. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. Sorry, I was really taking that in. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. Okay, so calling on us to be bold in the way that we live, and not hide our light, right? All right, and then your Language of Flowers Oracle card is Compassion, which is the Scottish Primrose. Love that. Lots of purple in many of the readings this month. I love that. That's my favorite color. Compassion. So compassion, okay, so that's not only compassion for yourself, but it's compassion for others, right? I'm going to say for you, Taurus, the feeling that I'm getting is this is going to be compassion primarily for yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. All right, now past energy. Keep in mind that if you're watching this in July, this energy might be what you're currently in from now until, 6 weeks behind us. So we've got your first card, which is Ten of Cups. Cups, of course, is water energy, and cups symbolizes emotions in tarot. And so what we see here is a happy family. Often this is called the happy family card because when we think of the term happy family, we associate all kinds of wonderful feelings with that. We can see they've got a rainbow and they've got all these beautiful colored bowls or cups that are holding all of their wonderful emotional experiences. So it's possible that you've had some really good emotional experiences recently, and I'm so glad for you. You've also got the Hanged Man. This is a card of Pisces. It is a card of sacrifice so that you can have a new perspective. And that might be what you're going through now or have recently gone through. Really a change or something has happened that has, maybe been a bit of a sacrifice for you, but it's given you a whole new perspective on how you need to move forward with your life. The Hanged Man can be a really, really great card. All right, and then we've got the King of Wands, card of Leo. King of Wands, Wands is fire energy. Of course, we see the fire right there. And it is the energy of action, the energy of desire, knowing what you want, as well as connection to spirit. So the King of Wands, look at him. All of the kings and queens in this particular deck are very serene. They're very relaxed. Like they're very confident. You can tell from their body language. They're comfortable in their own skin, right? And of course, we see this King of Wands. He looks very capable. He looks like he can handle whatever is coming towards him. He knows without a doubt what he wants, and he is going to take strong, determined action to get it. I like that. Okay. Now, we've got present energy. So, and we're speaking for the month of August, Taurus. So, present energy, I'm going to show you this card upright. It came out reversed. You have Five of Swords. Swords energy has to do with our mind. It has to do with our mental processes. Swords is the energy of air, the element of air in tarot. And the crows that are in this deck are representative of the swords. So, you received that card reversed. So, in this particular representation, it shows almost like the crows are like falling out of his head. So the overall feeling I'm getting from this particular card, Taurus, is that you're actually going to shake those worry thoughts out, shake them right out of your head. Just they're going to fall right out of your head. So I'm going to say that the present energy for you for August is you're going to have worries come up, and then you're just going to be able to go bleep, and they're gone. I like it. All right, then you have the oh so magnificent Queen of Cups. Energy of Cancer on all water signs. The Queen of Cups, of course, cups energy, water, emotions, but look at her. She is living directly from her heart, right? Her heart is motivating her. Look at her. She also seems to be very tuned in to the divine, so I like that. She's allowing her feelings to happen. She's not holding them back, but she's also not overwhelmed by them. This is the very feminine internal energy of the Queen. And so it tells me that there's going to be some internal work that you're going to be doing this month, Taurus, that will have to do with your emotions. Yes, you're going to have some emotions this month. And you're going to need to feel all the feels. And you're going to need to allow them. When you do that, you are going to be able to come to a serene feeling of being in your heart energy and allowing yourself to be led by what your heart says is the right thing for you to do. That's a beautiful energy. And then when you can do that, when you're in that heart alignment, your third card is the Fool. Now, I kind of like this card because normally what it shows for the Fool is that the Fool is actually turned around and facing the precipice. You see right here where my fingers are. She's standing on this little piece of land that is above. And normally the Fool is actually stepping off of that. And the Fool card is the card of initiation. It is a card that symbolizes new beginnings, a new adventure, some new undertaking. But what I like about this particular one is we have the flower of life here behind her. And it looks like what she's doing is leaning backwards, and it's almost like a trust fall. She's allowing the universe to catch her. She's not concerned about falling. She knows that she is going to succeed in her adventure. She's trusting that the universe will bring her what she needs. I love this so much. Okay, now, future energy coming for you, Taurus. Your very first card is the Justice card, but it's reversed. So here's what the card looks like upright. We see the girl at the top, and she has a sword, and the scales of justice are hanging from the sword. The Justice card is about personal responsibility, but you received the card upside down. It has a very different look to it when you look at it upside down. You see that she looks different. Her hair is lighter. Her eyes are open instead of closed. And the scales of justice almost kind of look like balloons. Interesting. And they're right near her. My feeling on this card is you have been seeking justice for something for a while. And this month you're going to realize that that feeling of justice that you require actually can only come from within you, not externally. It is something that you will acquire within. And the first thing that you will need to do is see what's your responsibility in the situation. So take personal responsibility for that. What were your actions and what would be the natural consequences of those actions? And are you accepting that those are the consequences? Not wanting some, fantasy type result that actually wouldn't happen. Accepting the truth of the situation, but realizing that even if you never get justice from that situation, your feeling of justice comes from within. That you accept it and you have taken all the actions that you're able to take, and you have to leave the rest to the universe to take care of. Whew, that's a heavy one. All right, now, I'm going to say, though, that when you can do that, you come to the death and rebirth card. I mean, death is rebirth. It's a change of state. being able to really take responsibility for our own actions in a situation and accept that that's the way it is, that really causes a complete and utter change in how we approach our life, how we approach situations. It is truly a rebirth. It is a change in state. The Death card is often shown as a butterfly or a phoenix, showing that change of from one state to the other. It's like stepping through a doorway. So for you this month, Taurus, if you can achieve that, it will be like you're stepping into a whole new life. That's very exciting. It doesn't mean that you won't have some work in your whole new life, because your third future energy card is the Nine of Wands, fire energy again. Remembering that Wands energy is, since it's fire, first of all, it's a connection to what do we desire. But secondly, it has to do with what actions are we taking? So what actions are you taking, Taurus? We see here, she's got the staff that she's holding is literally part of the fence, right? So this is defending what you love. Now, we remember that Queen of Cups, those emotions, you've got to figure out what it is that you love first before you can defend it. This is a card of setting boundaries. And those boundaries, and I'm going to say this because of the Justice card, these boundaries are not just boundaries to keep other people away. That's not what boundaries are about. Honestly, boundaries are more about what we need to boundary in ourselves, what we need to do for ourselves. And when we do that, that automatically changes how other people respond to us. So how are you creating your boundaries for yourself? And when I'm talking about boundaries, I'm not talking about putting up a giant fence or a big concrete wall and walling away the world. That is not how we grow. That's a recipe for stagnation. How we grow is we figure out what is our heart aligned? What do we stand for? What do we desire? And then we start taking actions for that. That necessarily means that we're not going to take actions towards things we don't desire, or we're not going to allow things we don't desire to distract us, right? It is being very solid in, this is my space and this is what I want to do with this space. Everything out here is not my space, so I'm not going to pay attention to that. Might also mean, Taurus, that maybe you turn the news off, just as a for instance, and focus on your own little world. I often think that sometimes it's really good for us to take a break from looking at the outside world, which is just things that we can't do anything about, and really focusing on creating our own little paradise. And when we create that paradise and we lift our vibration, then when we go out into the world, that vibration impacts everybody that we encounter. And that way is the way that we actually make the world a better place. All right. Now, challenges for the month. Your very first challenge card is Four of Pentacles. So, Taurus, your challenge for the month is definitely going to be, what are you holding on to? And getting out of your comfort zone. So, Four of Pentacles can be a card of hoarding. We see she's really holding on to this bag. Pentacles is the energy of the earth. It is your energy, Taurus. And it is slow-moving energy. It has to do with our resources, the things that support us, our time, our energy, our money, our career, our relationships, our health. So what are you holding on to? What are you hoarding? And perhaps maybe holding on too tightly? Are you staying in your comfort zone and not taking the actions that you know you need to take to achieve what you want to achieve? All right, second challenge for the month, Seven of Wands. Now, how is this a challenge? I love her serenity in this deck. Wands, fire energy again. The Seven of Wands, we see these wands that are arrayed against her. And we see her really standing in her, or seating, she's seated. But it's a card of standing in your power, standing for what you believe in. So she's very, very heart coherent, because she knows exactly what she wants. She knows what she believes in, and she's not moving from that, even though these wands are arrayed against her. So this is the card of being true to yourself, That's your challenge this month, Taurus, being true to yourself. But before you can be true to yourself, you have to know, what do you believe in? What's important to you? Your third challenge this month, and this card always looks so horrible. It looks like heartbreak, right? But if it was truly heartbreak, we would see the 3 of Cups, right? It would be cups. That would be emotions. But what we have is swords. And swords has to do with air. It has to do with your mind. It also has to do with communication as well. So this is a card of thoughts of heartbreak, thoughts of negativity, thoughts of ways in which they've done me wrong, how I've been betrayed, how I don't have what I want, right? And she's, I mean, look at it. She's really wallowing in that. She's crying out. She's maybe screaming about it. This is your challenge this month. What are you focused on? Are you focused on what you don't have? Because it looks like she's really embroiled in that. Now, I'm not discounting that there might be some heartbreak, some things that are going on that really make your heart cry out and your mind cry out too. But your challenge this month is, how are you dealing with it? Are you allowing it to strengthen you like this 7 of Wands? Are you allowing it to go to realize, oh, my heart is sad, my mind is sad about these things because this is what I stand for. And then being able to turn that into a positive, right? We can't stay in that emotion forever. All right, now your blessings. Let's get to the blessings because that was kind of heavy. 9 of Pentacles. This is you, Taurus. 9 of Pentacles, the self-sufficiency card, the card of abundance, the card of you have everything that you need. Again, earth energy, the energy of manifestation. So blessings this month when you can let go and really stand in your own truth, then you will start to see the universe deliver blessings to you. I like it. All right. And what else? Well, you're going to see the truth of things. You're going to get very discerning. You will be able to take a look at all the facts and see things for how they really are. Queen of Swords, again, mental energy. Keep in mind, this is also communication. Now, often the Queen of Swords is sort of labeled as, you know, the queen that is a cold-hearted, you know what, bitch. She's often labeled as that. And I will say that in her unbalanced aspect, which would be reversed, then that is how that communication would come out. It would be very unfeeling. But we don't have that here. In this card, what we have is she's very contemplative. She's looking within. She's analyzing. She's being logical. She's looking at all of the things and seeing things for how they truly are. And then she's going to be able to take action, right? Once you see the truth of something. So that is truly a good blessing. And then your final blessing card is the King of Cups. So you have the Queen of Cups in the present energy. And for your blessing card, you had the King of Cups. Now, because you have both of them, this is really showing us that you're going to get mastery over your emotions this month, Taurus. But you've got to do the work first. You can't master an emotion if you don't allow yourself to feel it. So I know you don't want to hear that, but that's what it's going to take. If you can do it, look at this. Serenity, beauty, ships coming in, good emotional fulfillment, satisfying emotional experiences, right? The happiness, that happy family that we saw earlier in the reading can be yours if you allow yourself to come full circle. All right, what is the energy underlying the whole reading? Card from the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Pentacles. So Pentacles, again, is your energy, Taurus. And the 3 of Pentacles shows us 3 people that have very different jobs that they are doing, and each one is important. One job is not more important than the other. This is the card of collaboration. It is working together. Now, often when this card comes out, we think of like a partnership, but this can also be collaboration with spirit. And we need to remember that. How are we connecting to Spirit? How are we working together and being in alignment with Spirit so that we can manifest? Because Pentacles is about manifestation. So when you can do that, Taurus, then everything's going to smooth out for you. It looks like it's going to be a big month this month of dealing with emotions and standing in your truth. Your final message from the Whispers of Healing Oracle deck, your card is Nurture. Card number 4. And it says, no matter what is going on in your being, it is vital to nourish and to nurture yourself. This may mean learning how to listen to your needs. This card is asking you to balance the attention you give to the people and situations around you with the attention you give to yourself. This balance will help you make healthier choices for yourself. A myrrh angel hugs herself. Her posture indicates the need to strengthen the relationship with self. Her wings encourage you to assess your environment and find the information that will best support you. Try to place your own well-being at the forefront of your life. Make decisions in accordance with your personal needs. Nurture yourself to address the depletion you might be feeling. This card suggests you have been pushing yourself and need some self-care. All right, Taurus, some self-care is in order, and part of that self-care is going to be to let yourself feel your feelings and go with the flow. I love it. I think this is going to be a great month for you. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, please hit the like button and possibly subscribe. I hope you will. It helps other people find the channel and get the messages that they need as well. And I hope you'll join me for next month. Have a great month. Bye.